out here, we're like, yeah, man, go ahead, win your 55 games, 60 games. It doesn't matter. Like, we want to see what you do in the playoffs,
Yeah.
make the Eastern Conference final. Do you get the sense that there's that kind of hovering unfinished business with this team? Like, it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about that and less about okay, I'm just making sure.
For this franchise since 2001. Not that every single person I've met in the last 3 years, Marcus, has reminded me of that. But yeah,
It
especially
felt like last year was MVP talk and a lot of that stuff, but it feels like that's dead. Like, it's like nobody's paying attention to this.
yeah,
That's what it feels like out here.
yeah, because he got it. And that's really especially with the offseason moves that Milwaukee and Boston made. Um, it's been great that the Sixers have started this way because I think that a lot of Philly fans, because most sports fans here in Philly are fans of all of Philly sports, which is awesome. One of the many reasons I love being here. But the Phillies made it to the World Series 2 years ago. They were so close to doing it again, right? Birds are one of the best teams in the NFL right now, the Eagles. The
Right.
Union are really deep in the MLS playoffs again. Like everybody is good right now. So everybody was hating on the Sixers this offseason. Okay, you got to show us. Until you guys get past the second round of the playoffs, we don't care about your new coach. We don't care about your MVP award. So the fact that they have started this season with such a fun, joyous energy, all of a sudden, a lot of those people, because you know me, Marcus, I keep receipts. I may not respond to people, but I'm always keeping track of who's saying what where. And very quickly, those people have said, damn it. Okay, they've hooked me again. I'm in. I love the spirit and energy of this team. I don't know if they can do it, but I'm ready to get my heart broken again because that is truly what it comes down to. All people here in Philly care about get to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since Iverson, get past the Eastern Conference Finals, bring that first chip in 41 years. Like that is it. We got one in 2017 with Nick Foles and the Eagles, but now we're ready for our Sixers to do it. So yeah, that is all they care about. They also love being entertained and they love falling in
Yeah.
love with their guys and cheering for guys who feel like Philly guys, which it feels like this team has a lot of Philly guys on it this year. So
Okay, I felt being Philly adjacent because I used to work there, so I know
yeah,
what it's like there. It just seemed to me like the last 3 or 4 years, they it was hard for them to fully embrace it because they didn't like Ben.
yeah,
They didn't really like James all that much,
yeah,
and they hated Doc. They just hated Doc. I don't
yeah,
hate Doc, but they hated Doc. Okay, I
yeah,
just didn't believe in him for whatever reason,
yep,
and I just think it seems like there's a different vibe because everybody loves Joel, and
yep,
Joel's the one that matters, and he's still here, right?
yeah.
So maybe that's why all the oars seem to be pulling in a different direction amongst the fandom this year. Because I just think the guys that they didn't like are all gone now.
Yeah, I think there's so much truth to that, David. And I think this doesn't ring true in every sports town, but I think that it does here in Philly. Like we like cheering for guys who feel like Philly and who are going to dive into the front row and
For
lose
sure.
their two front teeth
Yep.
in game 7 of the season against the Washington Wizards. Like that is a guy we love. I was really hoping because I remember Kelly in Golden State a couple years ago, and I love his flair and I love his showmanship, but I remember he just couldn't hit a shot for a long
Yeah.
time at Golden State. So everybody was kind of just meh. So I hoped that he got off to a really good start, and he has. So Philly already is like, we like this dude. He had a great chase down block last night. He wasn't hitting last night, but he just ran back on defense, huge chase down block. And Philly was like, that's our dude. That's one of our guys. They love Pat Bev, obviously.
Of
So
course. Of
they
course.
love cheering for guys who are going all out, who are playing as hard as they can, like D'Anthony Melton. They love Tyrese Maxey. This city is head over heels for him. And people are really excited about Nick Nurse because, yeah, it was weird. I mean, Doc was here the year before I got here, David, so I never understood it. But every single post, it didn't matter if it
Hate
was
him.
about the team,
Hate him.
fire Doc, hashtag fire
Yeah.
Doc. They just
Yeah.
hated him. Maybe it was the Celtics ties. So,
Yeah.
breath of
Maybe.
fresh air.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't
Ooh,
know.
good
Breath of fresh
call.
air
Good call. I think that's it. I think that's
with
something to do with it.
Nick and just so focused. And I think there's a lot of respect because Nick got that championship, obviously, because he coached a team past the Sixers. So I think Philly has that also like, all right, we want to hate you, but respect because you went all the way and won that championship. And that's what we want. So we're glad you're here now.